Hey there, everybody. PTPOP here with all four lobes of my brain securely bound behind my back. Thanks for watching. And today I'm going to cover and comment on a movie called Big Nothing starring David Schwimmer. There's a phenomenal scene in this movie about working in a call center that if you haven't seen this scene, you have to see it because it is the quintessential call center scene in a Hollywood movie. Stay tuned.
Sorry?
Hell, people hooked up to machines like slaves, and the smell? It's pure underarm.
There is this movie called Big Nothing. It's a film from 2006, and it stars David Schwimmer, who plays the part of this guy named Charlie. The movie is directed by Jean-Baptiste Andrea, starring David Schwimmer, Simon Pegg, and Alice Eve. And Big Nothing is a black comedy where this guy named Charlie, played by David Schwimmer, who has a master's degree, he's very intelligent, polished. He settles for a call center job as a tech assistant. And this is the quintessential Hollywood movie depicting call centers and what it's really like to work in one. And if you've never seen this film, you've got to check it out if you've worked in a call center, because whoever wrote this scene has had to have worked in a call center. They had to, because this is the epitome of call center work. I mean, I know they're being funny in this movie and they're being funny in this scene, but this scene is really a caricature of what it's really like to work in a call center. So I'm just going to show the clip, and I'm going to comment on it as it goes, because it's just hilarious. And I love this opening scene. And this is just what a call center looks like. And it's just the big corporate call centers. It's just miles and miles of cubicles, and just computers next to each other, people piled on top of each other, and just the immensity of it is just amazing. But here's the opening scene.
200,000 calls a day. The hotlines to some of the biggest corporations in the country.
Centel Online, Melanie speaking. How can I help you?
Centel Online, Melanie speaking. How can I help you? Again, my name is Melanie, and have a great day.
Do you only hire women named Melanie?
It's a trick of the trade. Callers like to think they get the same service rep.
No, I've never worked in a call center where everybody's named Melanie, but I could swear I called a call center a couple weeks ago where I called a second time and I got another woman named like Melanie. And I was like, you don't sound like the girl I was talking to before. And she's go, I'm the same girl. But this is so funny. Keep an eye out for this woman who's bringing him into the call center. She's got this condescending, like bitchy attitude. She is the quintessential HR person or trainer, whoever it is that brings you in and gives you all this attitude. This is just hilarious.
Here is the Melanie and John section, and you are over here with the Jennifers and Stevens. This is you.
What do you mean this is me? I was told I had a supervisor position.
You got to spend 6 months in the trenches before you can interview for supervisor.
You've got to spend 6 months before you even get a chance to interview for it. And that is true. They'll interview you, and during the interview, they'll say all these wonderful things to get you to take the job. Oh, sure, in 6 months you can become a supervisor. But they don't tell you that if your call stats don't match up, but if your attendance isn't right, if everything doesn't line up and Mars isn't lined up with Jupiter, and you've kissed everybody's ass and gotten on your knees for everybody, you're never going to even get the interview. And then once you get it, you're competing against several other people who are desperate to get out of the call center. Plus, you're competing against people who are coming from outside to get that position. So that is totally true. You have to. It's just what it's like in the call center.
But I have a PhD. Surely.
Look.
Oh, I'm sorry. He has a PhD. In the intro, I said he had a master's. You know, and I was the same way. I went in. I only have a bachelor's, but I go in this call center, you know, and nobody I've ever worked alongside in any call center anywhere had even a bachelor's degree. So this guy's way overqualified. They know it, and they're just going to treat him like shit, like they do to everybody with a degree.
You want the job or not?
Do you want the job or not? Yes, that's pretty much how they treat you.
Yeah.
Great. Gus here will help get you started. Hey, Steven?
It's Charlie.
Sure it is.
In the file menu, do you see where it says open? Okey Dokey. Can you open the open menu? Okey Dokey. Again, my...
So this is a tech support center where they help, I guess, people outside and just regular civilians work on their computers. And this guy's hilarious because this guy is the quintessential call center rep. He's chubby. He's got the untucked shirt. He's kind of rough. And this is exactly what it's like to work in a call center. And everybody has this little catchphrase they use in their calls, like "Okey Dokey, Okey Dokey." I love this. I love this guy. And you'll meet these people in the call center that see what they're doing here is doing what's called a side by side. In a side by side, you plug in and you listen to somebody else take calls, so you can get an idea how to take calls. And so this guy's going through the calls, and he makes it look so simple. But once you finally start taking calls, it's like, oh my God, what do I do?
My name is Steven. Thank you for calling Centel. You have a great day.
I actually liked Gus at first sight.
That's true, because I've met guys like Gus, and I'm like, oh, I liked him at first sight. And then you start talking to some of these people, it's like, oh, stay away. You know, you don't want to even talk to him in the break room. I can talk good. I'm college educated.
Welcome to hell, dickhead.
Yes. Welcome to hell.
Well, maybe not first sight. Sorry?
Hell. People hooked up to machines like slaves. And the smell? It's pure underarm.
Pure underarm. All these places are so horrible. This is perfect.
Okay, so, what do we do here?
Centel Online, Steven speaking. How may I help you? Okey Dokey, ma'am. Have you checked to see if your PC is on? No, ma'am, I'm not a retard. That's simply the protocol. Sorry?
I'm not a retard. I love it. They say that stuff to you, too. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The things I wish I could say to people when they say stuff like that to me, when they used to.
Okey Dokey. I'm going to check that with my supervisor real quick, and I'm going to put you on hold. Feel feisty, you whiny little turkey-necked bitch? Why don't you hop up on my dick and bounce and see if that fires up your monitor, sweetheart?
Oh, my God. If it weren't for the mute button, I would go insane in a call center. More insane than I already am. Oh, you put that mute on and say, fuck you, you dick. Guy's a fucking idiot. You say all kinds of stuff. But you can't say it too loud because the microphones around you of all of your other reps that sit near you pick up that stuff and they can hear it. And if they're monitoring somebody else's call, they'll call you into the office and say, hey, I heard you swearing. You got to keep it down.
Hello, ma'am. Thanks for waiting. Listen, I'm going to transfer you over to...
Look at the look in his face. This is me. This is me.
Sweetheart! Hello, ma'am. Thanks for waiting.
He's like, oh my God, what am I doing here? The look in his face is just when I was like, I'd be sitting there going, oh my God, what am I doing here?
Listen, I'm going to transfer you over to our technical service department. Okey Dokey? Please hold.
Okey Dokey?
In the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed dwarf is king.
You see, Stephen, I'm 65 years old now, and my husband is asking me to do it donkey style.
Okay, ma'am. I'm
When you get calls like this, oh my God, especially, I'm almost old. I consider myself not quite old. I'm almost there. And oh my God, you get these elderly people that call and say, I'm trying to turn on my phone and it's stuck in my ass.
going to transfer you to our technical department. Please hold. Good God.
Are you expecting a call?
Centel Online, this is Charlie. Steven, how can I help you?
Yeah, my IP address is stuck on 169.
Okay. Sir, have you checked to make sure you're...
And they're watching from their bunker up there above the call center. So there's the bitchy lady and probably a couple of the director and the Q&A specialist. And this was like in Verizon, they had a bunker. They literally had like a little machine gun nest area of Q&A specialists and supervisors that it rose up above the floor so they could look out. Are they all chained to their desks? Are they all sitting there taking calls? Disgusting. Disgusting.
Have you checked to make sure your computer is on?
You hear what I just said?
Yes? IP address. IP address. Here we go.
And that's in the old days. Your training manual, you had a
Address.
you had a 3-ring binder that they called your Bible. And they say, you'd get this book in training, and they said, this is your Bible, and you're going to live with this, and sleep with this book, and keep it at your desk. And then as, digital technology advanced, they put everything on the internet, and they got rid of the manuals. But you'd have to page through this thing, like, how can I turn on my computer? Oh my God, well, that's on page 5. And you'd be sweating bullets trying to figure out where to find this information.
Here we go. Your IP address should start with 81. So, does it?
I just told you it was stuck on 169, Chief.
Sir?
Didn't the
Chief.
cleaning lady answer the phone in there?
Sir.
No, don't serve me, asshole. Just tell me that was my fucking problem.
Don't cern me, asshole. And that's just what they say. You can't, if you step 1 foot off of the tightrope you're on, you fall into the jaws of these vicious, retarded customers. Yes, I said retarded.
Please hold on a second while I check with our technical department. Yes, sir. Your wife is one of 3.8% of American women who secretly engage in regular online chats with a total stranger, accompanied by vigorous masturbation.
My wife just died 3 months ago.
He thought he had the customer on mute, and I've done that. You hit the mute button, or if your finger doesn't quite hit it, it doesn't lock, and they hear everything you're saying. Oh, I haven't done anything that bad, but
I'd like to discuss that with your supervisor, Steven.
hey, there I am. They're recommending my video here. Does anybody else other than me think she's hot? I know that's sexist, but yeah, but that's a whole different thing with me. But there you have it. There you have Big Nothing with a David Schwimmer. I don't know if Mr. Schwimmer's done anything since this movie. I don't remember seeing him in anything really since Friends. But there you have it. There's Big Nothing. And let me know what you think of this film if you've seen it. I haven't watched the whole movie. I've seen bits and pieces of it. It's not about call centers. But I think they go off and, I don't know, they do some madcap crazy stuff in the film. But if you've seen this movie and this part of this movie and you've worked in a call center, tell me if you think it's identical to working in a call center. And if you think the person who directed this scene or who wrote it knows what it's like to work in a call center, they had to have known. You just had to have. Because this is exactly what it's like to work in a call center. Except for the Melanie part. I don't know if they have departments named Melanie and Kim and Steve and all that stuff. They might. They might be ridiculous enough to do stuff like that. So I hope you like that review. Watch this clip. Give me the thumbs up. Subscribe. Auf Wiedersehen, baby.